Hello everyone, welcome back to this session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic connectors. Now, this is part 20. We have already discussed many connectors in our earlier session. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some connectors which will definitely help you out in your exams and communication. Now here we are going to discuss four connectors, as you can see over here that we are going to discuss four connectors in this session. And what are these four connectors? We are going to discuss first of all in addition to, after that also, besides and likewise. So these are four connectors that in this session we are going to elaborate these connectors in details. In fact, we are going to discuss each and everything about these connectors so that you can use them easily in your speech and sentences. Well, let's begin the session. First of all, we are going to discuss our first connector, that is in addition to. Now, this is actually an additive connector. As you can see the word itself, that is, it is in addition to. It means when we add some extra information to the information which is already given to us, we use in addition to or in addition. Now, you can see that I have made this to in a bracket. Why so? Because we can have two phrases. First is in addition, and after that we can have in addition to. So here we are going to discuss both of these phrases, that is in addition to and in addition. So first of all, we are going to discuss the meaning of in addition to. In addition to, it means first of all we are going to discuss the meaning of in addition to. It means here I'm telling you the meaning of in addition to phrase, not in addition. So these are two different phrases that we are going to discuss in this session. In addition to is a phrase used as a connector for addition. So when we add something to this to some point which is already given, we use in addition to. It serves to introduce a supplementary information, adding more details or examples to what has already been mentioned. It means what has already been given. When we add a substitute of it, or when we not substitute, actually the extra information about that particular thing which is already given to us, we can use in addition to. Now, if we have the phrase in addition, now in this phrase you can see that we do not have preposition to over here. It means we have two different phrases. One is in addition to and another is in addition. So here we are going to discuss the function of in addition. Now the meaning of both the phrases are same, but maybe possible they differ only in their structure. So here we are going to discuss the function of in addition. When used alone, alone means when we do not have to after in addition, when we have the phrase only in addition. In addition functions as a transitional phrase, linking separate sentences or clauses. It signals that the writer or speaker is about to provide more information or further examples related to the previous statement or previous point. It means suppose something is already given to us. This is a statement, this is a particular information which is given to us about something. After that we are having in addition. And after that, we have another clause in which there is extra information about this previous statement. So this is previous statement, and when we add something, some extra information to it, when we are adding something, when we are telling something extra about that particular information, we use this extra information and we use the phrase in addition just to add that particular information. Now, for example, you can say, cow gives us milk. In addition, we pray cow as our god. So so in this sentence you can see the first clause which is given to us, we are using in addition phrase just to add extra information about the cow. So this is how we can use in addition. Now let us have some more examples. The museum offers educational tours. So this is something some information which is given to us about the museum. Now, in addition, it hosts interactive workshops for students. So this is extra information about the museum. So first of all, we are defining museum, and after that, we are adding some extra information or something about museum, some more about museum in our next statement, which we have introduced with the use of in addition. So this is how we can use in addition. Now you must see in this sentence that here the first sentence is given to us. After that, we have a full stop. After that, we have in addition. After that, we have a comma. And after that, we have the sentence or the extra information given. Now, you can see in this sentence clearly that this sentence depicts the structure of using in addition as well, which we are going to discuss later on. But here, the structure of the sentence is clear to us. Now, in addition to, so here we are going to discuss in addition to function. Now, this will differentiate in addition just because of to preposition over there. This form is used to add one thing to another within the same sentence. Now, as we have already seen in the structure of in addition sentence, that after the full stop, we had in addition and then we have the another information. But here in this phrase, whenever we use phrase in addition to, what we do, we just use in addition to in the sentence itself. We are not completing one sentence and after that we are having this phrase. No, we have this in addition to phrase within the sentence and we add the things or the further information in the sentence only or within the sentence only. For example, in addition to being a talented artist, she's also an accomplished musician. So this is only one sentence in which we are having further information about that particular person, but within the sentence only. For example, here it is written, in addition to being a talented artist, it means she is a talented artist. Again, she is also an accomplished musician. So she is both musician and talented artist. But just to show these two information or two pieces of information within the sentence, we are using in addition to phrase. So this is how we can use in addition to in the sentence. Now, uses of in addition to, adding information or points. So this is the basic use of both the phrases, that is in addition and in addition to, that is they add information or points. In addition to is used to introduce an extra piece of information for the point or additional argument that supports or elaborates on what has already been mentioned. It means what has already been given to us. Whenever we are going to elaborate it, whenever we want to make it persuasive, or whenever we want to add some further information about that particular point, we use in addition to or in addition. Examples. Now here we have two examples. In one we have used in addition, and in another one we have used the phrase in addition to. So we can see both the sentences over here. First one is, the city has a rich cultural heritage. So this is here the sentence completes. After that we have full stop, and after that we have in addition. It offers a vibrant culinary scene. So this is another information about this city, that it has rich cultural heritage as well as vibrant culinary scene. Now in the second sentence, we can see, in addition to studying for my final exams, I also have a part-time job to manage. Now here we have a noun or the noun phrase. So here we have a gerund. So this is gerund that we have after this, and this is called gerund, that is verb with ing but making it a noun. So here, as you can see, in addition to, we don't have the entire sentence. In fact, we only have the particular word or the noun or the noun phrase after in addition to studying for my exams, I also have a part-time job to manage. It means I do two things simultaneously or parallelly, that I study as well as I do job. Now, what is another use of in addition to? That it introduces examples. It can be used to introduce examples or further evidence that reinforce a previously made point. Reinforce means just to make it a strong. The previously said point, when we want to elaborate it, when we want to prove it, when we want to emphasize on it that yes, whatever we have said is true. So here we just want to reinforce it. We just want to elaborate it with some extra information. So we can add in addition to or in addition phrase just to make that sentence complete, or to just provide that extra information. Now here again we have some examples. There are several reasons for the project's delay. So the thing that has happened is project's delay. Now there are several reasons for that. Now, in addition, the recent weather conditions have slowed down the progress. Now, already we have several reasons just for our project's delay. What other thing that is adverse for this? That is, the recent weather conditions have slowed down progress. So we have something extra information about our project's delay. So we are using in addition just to show it. So it is just like we use besides, moreover, furthermore. So it is also a phrase that can be used in place of those words. The company provides health insurance, dental coverage, and in addition to those benefits, employees receive a generous retirement plan. So here, in addition to is used, and you can see over here that this is noun phrase after in addition to, where it is written the extra information, that is employees receive a generous retirement plan. Now, linking ideas, both in addition and in addition to function to link ideas, showing that the information following them is related and builds upon the previous statements. It means whatever has been previously stated, we are just elaborating or emphasizing that particular statement which is already given to us. We are providing extra information about that particular point, or whatever the extra information is given, it links to the previously said statement. So this is the basic function of in addition to and in addition, that it links the statement with the previous statement. It means whatever statement has been written after in addition to or in addition, or whatever word has been written after that, it generally link it with the previously said statement. Now, in addition to his skills in engineering, he has a strong background in computer science. Now, we can make this sentence with the help of in addition as well, though the structure of the sentence would change, but the sentence will be correct. Now, specifying additional elements. In addition to is often followed by a noun or noun phrase. Now, whenever we have in addition to, after that we generally have a noun or a noun phrase. Whereas in case of in addition, we mark the extra information in the sentence structure only, indicating that the additional element is a part of the larger set or group. For example, in addition to English, she speaks Spanish and French. Now, if it is written English, it does not mean that it is merely a subject or a language. In fact, here it means that in addition to English, it means she knows English very well and she speaks Spanish and French as well. So these are extra information. And in addition to English, it means besides English. So you can say that in addition to behaves like the word besides. Enhancing arguments. Now, this is very, very important. Whenever we say something and we want to argue with someone else to make our point clear or to just prove a point. So, just to add some extra information about the point that we have given, or whenever we are in debate with another person and we want to prove ourselves and we want to prove our statement, and we are providing extra information just to make our statement clear, to make our point persuasive or clear, or to prove our point, we just make some persuasive statements, and to persuade another one, we use these phrases just to make it formal, and we are going to prove ourselves with some extra information with these words, because they emphasize on the extra information that we are providing. In persuasive or argumentative writing, in addition and in addition to are used to add further arguments, evidence, or details to strengthen the case being presented. So just to strengthen it, this is to emphasize, this word is a key word to make the argument persuasive or to make our point proved. We use these phrases just to emphasize on the point that we are saying. Connector. Now here we are going to discuss structure of in addition. Now placement in a sentence. So here we are going to discuss structure of in addition, not in addition to. So this must be clear to you all. In addition is commonly placed at the beginning of a sentence or clause. It introduces additional information relating to the previous sentence. Now, this is very, very important. Whenever I say that in addition begins the sentence, it is wrong. But if I say in addition begins the extra information, it is correct. Because whenever we have a previous statement After that, we use in addition, and after that, we have the further information. So, in addition basically begins the extra information, not the entire sentence. We cannot use this phrase in addition in the beginning of the sentence. In fact, or instead, we use this in the middle of the sentence or after the first previous statement that has been completed, and after that, we use in addition to just add further information. So, it begins the further information, not the previous statement or not the sentence. For example, the study was comprehensive. So here our first sentence is complete or this statement is complete. Now to prove it or to say that yes, this is of course true, we use in addition. It was conducted over a prolonged period. So here you can see it was conducted over a prolonged period is the extra information which is being introduced by the phrase in addition. So in addition generally begins the extra information when the first statement is already completed, and this is linked to the previous statement. This is just making the previous statement true and elaborated. Now, whenever we use in addition to, it begins the sentence basically. In addition to the main course, the restaurant offers a variety of appetizers and desserts. So this is main course and this is the noun or the noun phrase. Now this is the noun phrase, and after that we have the restaurant offers a variety of appetizers and desserts. This is extra information, and in addition to is beginning the sentence, not the additional information, but it begins the sentence. Now connector followed by a comma. Now this is very important again. Whenever we use in addition to or in addition, they can have comma after that. How? We have already seen in our sentences, but here we are going to elaborate it. When used at the start of a sentence or at the beginning of the sentence. In addition is usually followed by a comma. This punctuation marks the beginning of the additional information. So this, just to add that extra information, we add a comma after in addition, as you have already seen in the sentences as well, and we are going to present some more examples of it. I bought groceries for dinner. And in addition, so here we are having a comma. I picked up some snacks for our movie night. Now here is the extra information which is being introduced by the phrase in addition, and after that in addition we have a comma just to introduce this particular point. He enjoys hiking, biking, and in addition he has taken up photography as a hobby. So in the sentence we are talking about the hobbies of a person, that he enjoys hiking, biking, and in addition, and there is one more hobby of him, that he has taken up photography as hobby. So these are extra information. This is extra information which is given about him, and we are using it with the help of in addition phrase, and after that in addition we have a comma. Linking sentences. It links the sentence it introduces with the previous sentence, adding more information or a new point that reinforces or elaborates on the previous statement. It means whenever we elaborate some information, the previously statement is connected to the information which is introduced by the phrase in addition. Examples: she completed her work ahead of schedule. So this is something very good about her. And in addition, she volunteered to help her colleagues with their tasks. So this is extra information about her. In addition to studying for her exams, Sarah is also involved in a research project. So here we are using in addition to just to show the link that research project, and it is linked to her dedication or to her contribution in studying or her hard work. Now, structure of in addition to. So here we are going to discuss a structure of in addition to. We have already discussed the structure of in addition. In addition to is used within a sentence. So this is again very, very important about this phrase in addition to, that it will be used within the sentence. Followed by a noun or the noun phrase, it indicates that what follows is included along with what has already been mentioned. Examples: in addition to the required courses, she enrolled in several advanced workshops. In addition to studying for my exams, I'm also working part-time to save money. So here we can use in addition to, and after that you can see that this is the noun phrase that we are using over here. So this is noun or the noun phrase that is gerund. Now, preceding the additional element. The phrase precedes the element that is being added. In addition to is generally used before the phrase or the element that is being added. In addition to the noun and noun phrase, after that we have subject, verb, predicate. It means the sentence structure. Connecting elements, it connects the additional element to the rest of the sentence, showing that it is an extra item or aspect along with others already mentioned. The rules associated with in addition to, introducing supplementary information. In addition is used to introduce additional information or points that supplement or support what has been previously stated. It often precedes a new sentence. For examples, the city has many historical sites. So this is one sentence. In addition, it offers a variety of cultural experiences. So here we are talking about a city which has many historical sites, and in addition, it offers a variety of cultural experiences. It means it is just providing extra point about the city, just to elaborate that how beautiful that city is or how important that city is. So it is just actually adding the attributes of that particular city or stating the attributes of that particular city. In addition to his job as a teacher, Jayant also volunteers at a local animal shelter. So it is again showing us the quality or the skills or the job of a particular person, that basically he is a teacher, but he volunteers at a local animal shelter as well. It means this is making or this is stating some extra about that particular person. Now, connecting related elements. In addition to its use within a sentence to add one element to another, it is followed by a noun or noun phrase. For instance, in addition to being a skilled pianist, she is an excellent composer. So here we have two things or two skills about a person, that she is a pianist as well as the composer. So these two informations can be shown with the phrase in addition to. Now, placement in sentences. In addition is usually placed at the beginning of a sentence and is followed by a comma. In addition to is incorporated within the sentence structure and directly precedes the additional element. So you can see the difference in the structure or in the sentence structure of in addition and in addition to. Now, relevance and coherence. The information introduced by these phrases should be directly relevant to the preceding statements, ensuring coherence and a logical flow of ideas. Formal tone. Both phrases are common in formal writing and speaking, such as academic writing, professional reports, and formal presentations. They are less common in casual conversation. Now, you must have noticed this many times, that whenever we are in simple communication, we rarely use these phrases, or we sometimes use these phrases. But in case of formal writing, formal tone, we use these phrases many times just to make our statement or make our speech formal, or make a document or written formal. Because whenever we speak just for communication, when we just communicate with our friends informally, or when we formally communicate with one another, what we do, we just use simple words and simple speech, and there are many substitute of these phrases, so we can have those phrases, and whatever comes to our mind, or whatever phrase that comes to our mind at that time of speaking, we use those basically. So these phrases we use a less number of times. Now, enhancing arguments. In persuasive or argumentative writing, these connectors can be effectively used to add further arguments, evidence, or details, thereby strengthening the case being presented. So this is very, very important about these, that it is strengthen the point that we have already presented, and just to make them persuasive, just to make our speech persuasive, we use these phrases, because these phrases are very effective over there. Now, examples of in addition. So here we are going to discuss the examples of in addition. The museum is renowned for its ancient artifacts. It is artifacts. It's ancient artifacts. In addition, it hosts a wide range of contemporary art exhibitions. Now, in this example, In addition, introduces a new sentence that provides supplementary information about the museum. So here the information of about museum is given, and after that, in addition, is just making an extra information, which is the supplementary information to the about the museum. He has an extensive experience in marketing. In addition, he possesses advanced skills in digital analytics. Here, in addition, adds further information about his skills, enhancing the initial statement about his experience. Now, examples of in addition to being a talented musician, she also excels in graphic design. In this sentence, in addition to connects her talent as a musician with her skills in graphic design, showing that she has multiple skills. In addition to the main course, the restaurant offers a variety of vegetarian options. This examples uses in addition to indicate that the restaurant's menu includes vegetarian options alongside the main course. Now, here we have already discussed the use of in addition and in addition to. So here we are going to discuss one more connector, that is also. Meaning of also. Also is a commonly used adverb functioning as a connector for addition. It is used to add information emphasizing that something is included along with or other items or facts mentioned. Now, this word is very common word in English. We use it many times just to show something extra or something more. We use also many times. Also is commonly used adverb. This is very, very common in speech as well as in writing. So it is used to add information or emphasizing that something is included along with other items of X mentioned. It means whenever we have several points and we want to add something else as well, we use the word also. So also is just like TWO2 and as well. So this is these three are substitutes, but may be possible the use or the structure of these words can differ. Also is a connector that adds additional information or items in a way that is inclusive and additive, enhancing the comprehensiveness of the expression. Uses of also, adding information. First of all, we add information by using also. Also is primarily used to introduce an additional piece of information or idea that is in line with what has already been mentioned. For example, he plays the guitar and he also sings. So here you can see that he plays the guitar and something more which is given about him, that he also sings. So here we are using the word also to show that what another skill that he possesses. Now, if we are using in addition to, in addition, besides, these all are substitutes. Only the thing that differs is the structure of the sentence. Now, placement flexibility. Unlike some other connectors, also can be placed in different parts of a sentence. It can appear at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end, depending on what is being emphasized. However, now this one is very, very important. This phrase is very, very important. We can place also in the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence, as well as at the end of the sentence. But there is a condition. However, we avoid using also at the end of the sentence. Instead, we can use as well and to if it is required. Now, this is very, very important. We should avoid using also at the end of the sentence. It means though it can be used, but it is not actually correct. Or you can say that in informal way, or in speaking, or when we speak informally, we can use also in the at the end of the sentence as well. But that is incorrect part. We should not use also at the end of the sentence. Instead of that, we can use as well and to, because both are the substitutes of also and they can be used in place of also if we want to use it in the end of the sentence if it is required. For example, if we use also in the beginning of the sentence, also keep in mind that the event starts at 7 p.m., not 8 p.m. as previously stated. So some statement has already been given But if it is beginning the sentence, you cannot say that it is beginning the sentence. You can say that it is beginning the extra information to which is linked to that previously stated statement. So something has been already said, and after that we are just adding information about it. So we are using also to just introduce that particular statement which is extra. Now this is just like in addition that we have already discussed. In the middle of the sentence, he can speak English fluently and is also proficient in French and Spanish. So this is how we can use also in the beginning or the end of the sentence. Now, sorry, in the middle of the sentence, but we should not use also in the at the end of the sentence. Though you can see many examples of it, but basically grammatically it is not correct. Used with verbs, when also is used in a sentence, its placement can vary with the type of verb. Now whatever type of verb we have the auxiliary verb or the main verb, the positions of the word also can differ. With be verbs, be verbs means auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs that you call, it usually comes after the verb. So whenever we have auxiliary verb, also comes after the auxiliary verbs. She is also a talented painter. Now here you can see is an auxiliary verb and also is used after it. With action verbs, and whenever we have action verbs or the main verbs, so what we do, it often appears before the verb. Like she also writes poetry. So here we can see writes is the main verb and or the action verb before which we are using also. Connecting ideas also adds to the ideas or statements, contributing to an understanding or providing a more comprehensive view of the subject. So also adds to the ideas or the statements that has already been said. So it is just adding some more information about that particular thing which has already been said. Structure of also placement in a sentence, as I have told you earlier as well. Before the main verb, if the sentence has a main verb, also is usually placed before it. She also plays the piano. So plays is the main verb where we are using also before that. After the be verb or auxiliary verb, it means after the helping verb. If the sentence contains a be verb like is, am, are, or an auxiliary verb like has, have, will, also typically comes after it. She is also an accomplished painter. So as you can see over here, that is the helping verb, and after that we are using also. Beginning of a sentence also can be used at the beginning of a sentence, especially in the spoken English or less formal writing, to add a point that is related to the previous sentence or statement. For example, also we need to consider the time constraints. It means something has already been said about this information which is given to us. So this is extra information, and to add this extra information, to introduce this extra information, we use the word also in the beginning of the sentence. But it clearly means that something has already been said previously or previous to this statement. So at the end of the sentence, less commonly also can be placed at the end of the sentence. This usage is more typical in spoken English. So this is basically we use in spoken English only. However, we should avoid using also at the end of the sentence. So this statement is very, very important about this. We need to consider the time constraints also. So instead of using also, we can use as well and to. But this can be the example of the word also at the end of the sentence. Now, linking ideas or adding points also is used to link ideas by adding a point that is similar to or expands upon the previous one. It helps in building a more detailed and comprehensive narrative or argument. Contextual flexibility. While the typical positions are described, the placement can sometimes vary based on the context and emphasizes desired and stylistic choices, especially in more informal speech or writing. Rules associated with also adding related information. So first of all, it adds related information. Also is used to add information that is related to or in agreement with the previous statement. It should not introduce contradictory or unrelated information. Avoiding redundancy. So this is very, very important again. Care should be taken to avoid redundancy. It means overusing also, especially in close proximity, can make the text seem repetitive. It means if we have a sentence and we are using also, or we have several points that are added, and we are using also many times, so it will make the sentence unclear or boring, or it is not the proper structure of the sentence using also many times in the single sentence. For example, Jayant is a talented musician. Now you can see the sentence. Jayant is a talented musician. He also plays the guitar. He also sings in band. Also, he writes his own songs. So here we have four information about the person Jayant, that he's a talented musician. Moreover, he plays the guitar. After that, he also sings in band, and something extra about him, that writes his own songs. So we are using also many times. So this structure is incorrect. This should not be written. The correct structure is Jayant is a talented musician who plays the guitar, sings in a band, and writes his own songs. So this sentence can be written in this manner as well, and that will make the sentence absolutely correct, because here we are using this also word not many times. In fact, we are not using this word in the sentence. Instead, we are making the sentence very much clear, as you can see over here as well. Now here we have some examples of also. She also teaches Spanish at the community college. They also plan to visit the new exhibition this weekend. Art exhibition. This is exhibition. He is also an accomplished musician. This is exhibition. Let me write it over here. So maybe just by mistake it is like this. After that, the project has also received a significant funding. Now you can see more sentences of it. The project has also received significant funding from private donors. Also, we need to finalize the guest list by tomorrow. Also, the meeting has been rescheduled to Friday. So as you can see, many sentences over here of also. Now, here we are going to discuss one more connector, and that is besides. So this is another connector, that is besides, that we are going to discuss in this session. So here we are going to discuss besides. This is another connector that we are going to discuss in this session. Meaning of besides. Besides is an adverb and preposition used as a connector for addition. Now there are two words. One is beside and another one is besides. Both are different from each other. Besides means in addition to, or in addition to something. It means whatever has been said. As we have used in addition to, besides is synonym of that in addition to, you can say. Besides is an adverb and preposition used as a connector for addition. It means it is also used as a connector that adds something about the something that has been said. Introducing additional information. As an adverb, besides is used to add more information, often implying the additional point is obvious or already known. For example, I do not want to go out tonight. This is the statement. Besides, it is too late to catch a movie. And this is also the point. So we are using the word besides to show this additional point. Indicating inclusion or another item. Inclusion means when something includes something other. So their inclusion is basically the noun of include. When used as a preposition, besides introduces something additional or extra, usually followed by a noun or noun phrase. Now here, besides differ in case of preposition and an adverb. Whenever it is used as an adverb, we have already seen the sentence. But if it is a preposition, it is generally used in addition to. We don't add extra information or there's sentence containing extra information. We just make them in a sentence, or we just write them in a sentence only. For instance, besides coffee, we also need to buy sugar. So here you can see it is written besides coffee. It means this is within the sentence. We also need to buy sugar. In both uses, besides functions as a connector that enriches the context by adding supplementary information, often reinforcing or providing an alternative perspective to the preceding statement. It means if it is used as an adverb, we write the entire information about the word besides, which is extra. But if it is used as a preposition, we are having only the noun or the noun phrase, not the entire statement after the word besides. Uses of besides, introducing additional points or reasons. As an adverb, besides adds extra information or reasons, often implying that what follows is an additional point or an afterthought. It means if we are using besides as an adverb, besides extra information or reason, often implying that what follows is an additional point or afterthought. It means whatever has been said, and we are providing some extra information about that. Can use the word besides in the between of these two sentences. One is the statement, and another is the extra information. So we can use besides in between these two clauses or sentences. For example, I do not think we should invest in this project. So this is the one in statement. Besides, we do not have enough funds currently. So in this, we can see the thought of a person that he does not want to invest in this project. Besides, now one more thing is there, one more information about that we do not have enough funds currently. It means even we do not have. So as we use in addition to, or as we use the word in addition, or we can say when we use something like more about something, so we use besides. Now here, by seeing this structure, one thing is very clear to us. We have two phrases. One is in addition to, and another is in addition. Now what happens if we use besides? Now this is very, very important for you all. If we use besides as an adverb, its structure is just like in addition, and it also used same as in addition if besides is used as an adverb. But if it is used as a preposition, the structure of besides is just like in addition to. So here you can see that if it is an adverb, it is in addition. If it is a preposition, it is just like in addition to. So the structure or the meaning of the sentence is actually same, or is same as that of in addition and in addition to, if it is used as an adverb or a preposition respectively. So here, with the help of this structure, this is very, very clear to you all, I hope. Including additional items or examples. When used as a preposition, besides introduces additional items or examples in a list or discussion, it is usually followed by a noun or noun phrase. For instance, besides the main dish, the chef prepared several side dishes. So besides the main dish. So main dish is actually the noun phrase that has been used after the word besides. Providing additional justification. Besides can be used to provide further justification or support for a statement or decision. It often introduces a point that reinforces the speaker's argument or viewpoint. Transitioning between ideas. In both written and spoken English, besides is often used as a transition smoothly between ideas. Transition means when you just go through the sentence and you get the meaning of each and every word by just reading the sentence, and it is in flow. Particularly when adding a new supportive point to what has already been discussed. Implying known information. So it just imply the known information. It means some points which are already known to you. So they just imply those sentences or those information or those pieces of information, or just present those pieces of information front of you. Sometimes besides is used to introduce information that is considered obvious or already known to the listener or reader. It can imply that the additional information should be considered because it is either commonly known or self-evident. Contrasting an alternative perspective, although primarily additive, besides can also introduce a contrasting point. Now this is again very important thing about besides, that it is not only shows the additive information, in fact, but also it explains contrasting view of the previously said statement. Introduce a contrasting point, providing an alternative perspective or argument to the previous statement. For example, when you now here we are going to discuss a structure of besides. Now, if it is used as an adverb, beginning or middle of the sentence, so it can either begin the sentence or the middle of the sentence. When used as an adverb, besides often appears at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence. It introduces the additional point of reason. Example at the beginning, besides the weather forecast predicts rain all day. Example in the middle, the plan is not feasible, besides it is too costly. So here, if we are using besides as an adverb, so these two structures can be used to use the word besides in a sentence. If it is followed by a comma, if besides starts a sentence, it is usually followed by a comma. This separates it from the rest of the sentence and highlights the additional information being introduced. As a preposition followed by a noun or noun phrase, so if it is used as a preposition, it is just like in addition to. It is just like in addition to structure. So if it is used as an adverb, it is in the structure of in addition, whereas if it is used as a preposition, it is in the structure of in addition to. When used as a preposition, besides is followed by a noun or pronoun. It introduces additional items or examples. For example, besides coffee, we need to buy tea and sugar. So besides coffee, this is noun, we need to buy tea and sugar. Within the sentence, as a preposition, besides. Now, whenever we are using besides as a preposition, it is used within the sentence. It is integrated into the sentence structure, usually near the beginning, but it is directly precedes the noun or noun phrase it is introducing. Common usage, linking ideas. In both cases, besides serves to connect ideas by introducing additional information, whether it is to be it be the reason, examples, or items. Now, the purpose of the usage of word besides, whether as an adverb or preposition, they both serve the same purpose, or besides serve the same purpose in both the cases. That it only introduces additional information, whether it is a reason or example or the items. Enhancing arguments. It is particularly useful in argumentative or persuasive contexts where additional points can strengthen the argument or provide a broader perspective. Rules associated with besides positioning in a sentence. As an adverb, besides can be placed at the beginning of a sentence or clause, often followed by a comma. It can also appear in the middle of the sentence to introduce an additional point of reason. Example, besides, we have another option to consider. This we have already discussed, so you can see in the example only. As a preposition, when used as a preposition, besides is followed by a noun or noun phrase, it typically appears within the sentence or not at the beginning. Examples within besides the main course, the chef also prepared a special dessert. So you have already seen these words or the uses of these words in the earlier parts or earlier slides. Introducing additional information, besides is used to add information that supports, supplements, or further explains a point made. Either it should not introduce contradictory or unrelated information. Transitional use, besides can serve as a transition between ideas or points, especially when adding to an argument or list. So this is actually the common usage of besides being an adverb and a preposition. Formal and informal usage, besides is versatile and can be used in both formal and informal contexts. However, its use in informal writing should be measured to avoid a conversational tone. Enhancing arguments and narrative. In persuasive or argumentative writing, besides is effective for adding supporting arguments or evidence. Clarity and flow. The use of besides should contribute to the clarity and flow of the sentence or text. It should clearly indicate that additional supportive information is being provided. Examples of besides. Now here we are going to discuss some examples of besides. The first one is, he is not interested in joining the club. Besides, he does not have enough time for extra activities. We do not need to buy a new printer, besides the current one still works perfectly. In these examples, besides is used to introduce additional reasons or points, enhancing the argument made in the first sentence. Besides her expertise in biology, she is also knowledgeable in chemistry. Besides the main presentation, the conference will offer several workshops. Now, here we are going to discuss one more connector, and that is likewise. So, here we are going to discuss likewise. Meaning of likewise: likewise is an adverb used as a connector to indicate similarity or comparability between two statements, situations, or actions. It means, suppose you are saying something and another person also wants to state the same thing as you have said. So he can just simply use the word likewise. It means his statement is same as yours, to show that situation, or to just provide that the same information is on his hand also. We can only use the word likewise, not the entire information again. Likewise is often used to show that the second statement or action is similar to or agrees with the first one. Likewise can be used as a polite response, meaning in the same way or me too. For example, when we use me too, it is similar to the word likewise. Or we can substitute me too with the help of likewise. Likewise is often used to demonstrate that something is the same or similar in nature. He's passionate about environmental issues. Likewise, his sister is actively involved in conservation efforts. So, as we have seen that he is passionate about environmental issues, so this is something which is given, some information which is given about him, and his sister also involved in these type of activities. So we can use likewise instead of using also or some other connector, because here we are showing the two parts which are same or which are similar. In spoken English, likewise is frequently used as a response to express mutual feelings or return to a greeting sentiment. If someone says pleased to meet you, you might respond with likewise. It means, as we say me too, we can use the word likewise. It means you also were pleased to meet him. Connecting parallel ideas or arguments. In writing, likewise can be used to link ideas or arguments that are parallel or similar in nature, thereby adding to the coherence of the text. The first study showed a decrease in pollution levels. So the first study showed a decrease in pollution levels. Likewise, subsequent research confirmed this trend. It means study showed this, and the subsequent research, it has proved it. So here we are using likewise, that the idea of both the statements is same or similar. In lists to indicate similarity. When listing items or points, likewise can be used to introduce an item that is similar to the ones previously mentioned. Example, the program benefits teachers. Likewise, it offers advantages to students. To reinforce points, likewise can be employed to reinforce a point by drawing a comparison to a similar situation or fact. Reinforce means to elaborate or to make that information more strong or to stronger, to strengthen that statement. Just as the economy is recovering, likewise the job market is showing improvement. Beginning or end. So the structure of likewise, placement in a sentence. Likewise can be placed at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. When used at the beginning, it is often followed by a comma. Likewise, her research focuses on renewable energy, or her research focuses on renewable energy likewise. So we can use likewise in both the positions, at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. As a response, in conversational context, likewise is frequently used alone as a response to a statement or greeting. For instance, if someone says it was great to meet you, you might respond with just likewise. You need not say the entire statement again. You can simply use the word likewise, and that is it. That will finish your statement. Likewise is used to link ideas, actions, or statements that are similar or have a parallel structure. It shows that the second element is similar to the first in some way. John is passionate about literature. Likewise, his sister is an avid reader. So likewise, it means she's also interested in literature. Following a statement or clause when is used within the sentence, likewise follow the statement or clause it is comparing with. It serves to draw a parallel or highlight a similarity. The company is expanding its operations in Asia. Likewise, it is increasing its investment in European markets. So here we are adding some more information about expansion of company, and we are using the word likewise, that as it is doing in Asia, it is also doing same in the European countries or markets. Not introducing contradictory information. Unlike connectors that introduce contrast, such as however or but, likewise should not be used to introduce information that contradicts the previous statement. So, this is something very, very important about likewise, that it shows the similar idea of the previous statement, not the contradictory statement of the previously said statement. Rules associated with likewise indicating similarity or parallelism. Likewise is used to show that something is similar to or in agreement with a previous statement or idea. It should be used when there is a clear parallel or similarity between two elements. Placement in a sentence, beginning or the end. Likewise can be placed at the beginning or the end of the sentence. When used at the beginning, it is typically followed by a comma, that I have already told you. Examples likewise, the new policy will also impact small businesses. I had a fantastic time at a party last night, and I hope you did likewise. As a standalone response. Now, likewise is that word that can stand alone in your speech. It means, suppose I say, I'm happy to meet you. I'm very pleased to meet you. Now, it is your turn to answer me. Now, what you can do, you can simply use the word likewise because you feel same as I had. So, in conversational English, likewise can be used its own as a polite response, implying mutual feelings or agreement. Not introducing contradictory information. It means we cannot introduce any contradictory information with the help of likewise. Unlike connectors that introduce contrast such as however and but, we cannot use likewise to show that contradiction because it shows the similarity. Context of use likewise is suitable for both formal and informal context. However, its use in formal writing should be carefully considered to ensure it fits the tone and style of the text. Clarity and relevance. The use of likewise should contribute to the clarity of the sentence. This similarity or agreement it indicates should be clear and relevant to the context. Avoiding overuse. Now we cannot use it many times in the same sentence. As with all the connectors, avoid overusing likewise to prevent redundancy and to maintain effectiveness of the connection it provides. Now, examples of likewise, the first study found a significant increase in sales after the marketing campaign. Likewise, the second study reported similar results. He is dedicated to his work. Likewise, his colleague is known for her commitment. Likewise, the company's new policy will benefit both employees and customers. The technology is not only efficient but also environmentally friendly likewise. Now, if person A says, I really enjoyed the conference, person B says, likewise. Just as the software simplifies data analysis, likewise, it enhances data security. The government is increasing investment in renewable energy. Likewise, private companies are boosting their green initiatives. Now, this is all about these four connectors. I hope you understood each and every connector very carefully and you have understood them very clearly. Thanks to you.